for this assignment, we had to look at the SDG report for Chile, and see what the most underlooked challenge was that they were facing when it comes to like sustainability. There was a few. They had some issues with the climate action, industry innovation, inequalities. The one that kind of stood out the most for me was the life on land. There was some pretty big key problems for that one. The main one was their means of like having protected areas from terrestrial sites to freshwater sites, and as well as the list of index of species survivals. So pretty much kind of like extinction rates. What was kind of alarming for those ones is they're not just stagnant, but they are actually decreasing. So if you look at the charts, like they are not going the right way. um, Strategies that I feel that I would implement to be able to fix this would be, enact policies for the preservation of these areas, of like these freshwater areas, the terrestrial areas, pretty much making them like national parks or national sites where they can't be tampered with. You can't be doing agricultural. Sorry, I can't speak. Agricultural practices or farming, or like doing fishing and reducing the population of wildlife by having them relocated to different ecosystems. So I feel like that would help with the diversification of the ecological growth in those areas to be able to have protected areas like that. Um, the way to assess and measure if these policies would work and how they would work, um, it just goes down to documentation. You'd have to use historical data from previous years of these areas that would be protected and see like look at, all right, what kind of species do we have there, what kind of species are still present, and you use that historical data, and then you would get current data and base it off of the historical data to see if your policies are working. So I feel like that's kind of the biggest way to be able to measure that. But I do feel that the life on land for their sustainable development report is definitely, for me, kind of like a red flag, just because of the way that it's going. It's not really going in a positive outlook. It's kind of like diminishing. Although there was an article that I did read, um, that they just passed a law on, I forgot how much it was, but there is a very large strip on the coastline of Chile that they, in essence, reserve is protected, that you can't do anything there. So I thought that was pretty cool. So it's going in the right way, just a little bit slower than normal.